Anyway, okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pathfinder, the North, I guess. The North,
Winter's coming.
Part 2. As we left off, Shakonka just smashed the crap out of a really, really nasty crystal thing that broke and deafened everybody, and they don't know what the whole effect of it is. But probably not great. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. What we're going to do, of course, is we are going to do character introductions, and then we're going to get right back to it. So, yeah. We'll go from left to right, starting with Bear, then Phoenix, then Pat, then Cody. And they'll tell us about their characters. Go, Bear!
Bear, alright, I'm Bear. I am playing Nara. She is a Skinwalker Ranger of the Skirmisher archetype. She was born up in the far north, and as far north as you'd get what was it, Snow Elf? A lot of snow elves. It was pretty harsh up there, so she's kind of used to this climate and this environment, especially since they fought some elves last session. She left her small village to travel around after she encountered her animal companion, Sunset, who is an Aurochs, but you'll hear Fluffy Cow. That's Sunset. She's been doing so for a while before joining up with these bozos. Out of character, I love them, but Nara's like, no. And Shakonk got them into a lot of trouble, and she's not happy.
Indeed. Phoenix?
Alright, so my character is Deku. She is a ranger sylph. Her backstory is she found a talking skeleton in Duragar, and has decided to travel the world to try and figure out how that even happened and how to undo the spell so the skeleton can just go bye-bye. And right now she is probably saying a line of curse words that nobody else can hear, so I can't repeat. So, yeah.
Nice. Okay, Pat?
My character is Anya. She is a fetchling bard, dervish of dawn. Praise Serenray, yay!
Stupid fucking Serenray all the time.
She originally obviously comes from the plane of shadows, and she came over at a pretty average age, and the first thing she saw was like the bright sunlight and the change in scenery, so that drove her to Serenray. And she was pretty dexterous, so she became a dancer to make money, and that's where the dervish dancer thing comes into play.
Just add a sword to that, and
add a sword to that. It's all good. Yeah, and now she was part of a job that went totally wrong and then kind of ended up going okay and is now very terribly wrong. Yeah, and more backstory will follow eventually.
Lovely. And last but not least, Cody.
I am playing Varel. He is a level 5 Stormboard sorceress. No, he's a guy. Don't worry. He's the only guy currently in the party, actually.
Indeed.
So that's probably why I got confused. He is of the wild-blooded Ariel bloodline, so he's more wind-based right now. But I mean, he doesn't really have much storm because low-level sorcerers. Basically, he was chosen by the god of storms, Heifeng, to do something. He's not actually completely sure what it is, but he was told to go to the north to find power or relics or such, and he's been following that because the god gave him magic. He wants to keep magic because he's never really been strong enough to fight for himself without it.
Fair enough. Perfect. So, you guys have found yourself in a rather compromising situation in which you have smashed the shit out of this crystal. And we're basically just falling straight into the action at that point. So you're all deaf. Ears are bleeding. There's like a shock wave of sound, basically.
What?
What?
Right now?
What?
I
What?
can't see anything.
Scroll slightly to your right.
No, there's...
I can't see anything either.
Really?
I can
Oh,
see
really?
it.
Fucking Christ.
I can see it.
Hang on.
Right here is Deku. Right
I see.
here is Varel.
I'm here.
Yeah, no,
Okay, who
it's
else can't see?
0. I can see 0 on there.
Probably because new
I can
tokens.
see the pings.
Yes, I'm just changing the things.
There we go. All right, we're good.
We're good.
What up, Deku? How you doing? I missed you, girl.
Hold up, I have to edit the token now so it doesn't default to the wrong thing. There we go, and Varel.
I should have
There you
took
are.
sign language. That would have been fun. Except nobody else would have known what the fuck I'm saying.
Boom. Okay, good. Perfect.
Perfect.
We are good to go. So, it's kind of on you guys.
I'm getting the fuck out of here from where we came.
Okay.
It's
Varel,
sunset.
clutch.
That's the first thing. Left or down?
Left would be back the way you came.
Got it.
But as you head back that way, the
Mhm.
the sort of resonant sound that you can is sort of like pushing its way down the corridors away from where you've smashed this crystal has
Mhm.
like caused like sort of echoes and shockwaves, and it's clear that the place is like caved in on top of itself. And like the passage through which you came, like that whole cave is probably just like a pile of snow.
Did we get Fluffy Cow down here? I
Yeah, we
can't
got
remember.
Fluffy Cow down here. I got Fluffy Cow
Okay.
down here.
I was about to say that would have been really
carried her
bad.
down.
Turning
Oh, yeah,
towards
that's
where the
the-
crystal
that's the
was,
cave-in.
though, Stefan, like, holding one side of his head, Varel's going to use Detect Magic just to see how powerful this thing was, because obviously it was magic.
Oh, just by the way, Shakonka's like fucked off down a tunnel. Like as soon
Yeah.
as he smashed it, he just like stumbled away screaming about being deaf and fear and.
And then as
I'm leaving
Shakonk
him.
was screaming about death and fear, I was going,
Okay,
what?
so
What?
you're okay. So Cody, you're detecting magic on this thing.
Yeah, just like in the cone of that room, to the shards.
Sure. Okay, so if you spend a bit of time just looking at the shards, you will see that they are indeed magic. And there is a major magical aura on these things, like hugely big. And it is mostly of abjuration,
Okay.
though it is also of conjuration.
So it's not quite overwhelming, or...
It's, oh, I mean, this is like the most magical thing you've ever seen in your entire life.
Okay, so it is overwhelming. That's basically all he wanted to know.
Alright.
Then he's gonna follow them, like, stumbling with the sound. How do
Alright.
you sound?
For a moment, Nara is going to stop, and I am going to make a heal check on Sunset, just to see, maybe estimate how long it would take for this to wear off, if it's temporary.
Yep.
Because she doesn't know if it's temporary or not.
You can still hear a sort of like sound like echoing through, not your ears hearing it necessarily,
But you can
just,
feel
like,
it.
It's resonant, like you could feel it in your chest, sort of thing.
Mhm.
That's very
And
good.
yeah, it's not going to be super long. It doesn't look like there was any permanent damage done. With like a day of rest, like all of you will be back to normal. Sort of like you burst your eardrums, like that shit hurts, and it makes you not able to hear very well. But it's not permanent damage, and especially with like competent heals and so forth, you should be okay.
Got it. I'll pat Sunset on the head and just keep on guiding her, occasionally glancing behind me to see if everyone's following.
Yeah.
Alright. What do we have here?
By the way, you notice that the writing along the walls in the places that you're going along, like these small passages and where you came in and stuff, the writing that was sort of like faded scribbling, like in an ancient or magical language, is lit up now. So the writing along the walls is like illuminated with like a blue, sharp blue light.
Okay.
Well, I think I'm getting down there to... Is that where we are right now, or...
Yes.
Okay, I will detect magic that.
Ooh, I can just use 5 iron and we can go somewhere.
Detect magicking the writing.
Yeah.
It is also magic.
Then I will use read magic.
You'll use read
See if
magic.
that works. See if that works. I don't know if it like fixes the language, but reading magic for like scrolls and things.
Hang on. I just need to clarify read magic. Just because I'm not 100% sure if this would apply or not. So.
I have no idea either. It's
And decipher magical
shot in the
inscriptions
dark.
on objects, books, scrolls, weapons, and the like that would otherwise be unintelligible. This deciphering does not normally invoke the magic contained in the writing, although it may do so in the case of a cursed or trapped skull. Furthermore, once the spell is cast and you've read the magical inscription, you are therefore able to read the particular writing with recourse. Ability to use magic. You can read at a rate of 250 words per minute. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Cool. So you use read magic, but it looks like it's protected. So you can do a spellcraft check to try and.
I will do that if I have spellcraft, and I think I just hit. Yeah. Sorry. Hold on.
Yeah.
I hit the home key.
Scrolled.
I hit the home key actually. Let me fix that first.
Hold on a second, sir. My connection's a little rough.
It is. And muting everything so I don't screw anything up.
Fucking Pat.
4 times a day.
That's a
And
good
that's spellcraft.
You cannot decipher the words as they are shielded by a greater spell, one that you cannot penetrate.
I figured. It was
All
worth
right.
a shot
What do I see here? This is obviously something interesting.
Yes, as you stumble through the small side passages, you make your way into what looks to be sort of like a larger passageway, sort of arched at the top, and there's like a track along along the floor. This is the best track I could find. It doesn't look exactly like this, but it's sort of more like inlaid into the ground, like it would be, like a tram car, where
yes.
you can sort of like see the rails, but they're like on the same level as the ground. Well, it's sort of like that, and it's into the sort of blue-white stone of the floor. Clearly, there's something that sort of like can be pushed through here or like moves through here.
All right. I still can't see very far, even with the illuminated writing, or has it stopped when I entered this tunnel?
Everybody roll perception.
Okay, I was just about to use my thingy. Okay.
See perception here, just to make sure I changed it.
Perception. 27.
Yay,
because I'm
that's
gonna
right.
use
This
a
is the
hunter.
character that actually has
14.
perception.
My roll. So bad.
17, 14.
I used my hunter trick.
Okay, so 27.
Yeah,
14.
because
Okay,
I was gonna
yeah.
use it for perception check.
Those of you who got above an 18 can see to
So
your
everyone but me.
yeah, to your right. Well, you're probably absorbed in
right.
other things. To
Yeah, magic.
To your no, other way.
Okay, right on the map. Yeah.
Yeah. To your right, you can see shadows sort of moving down the tunnel towards you. There are a couple of like small wisp kind of lights almost, but they're of that like blue color, like blue flame to match with the ice and with the lit words written on the walls, for example. This is very much the same.
Are these elves?
Yes.
Okay, then my perception would be 31. Would I be able to discern anything else about that?
You can tell that there are about 8 of them currently visible, and that they are well armed, and that they may have like a leader or something with them, as he appears to be wearing sort of like a more elaborate cloak, with sort of like a headdress almost as well.
Okay. From how they're moving and going through the tunnel, can I tell if they've seen us, or are they just traversing?
They seem to be moving towards the sound, or the broken item, so to speak, rather than having seen you specifically. Although they're getting to a point where, like, if you don't do something immediately, they will spot you. Like, you're standing in the middle of a hall where they're just going to be like, there's a person there.
Alright, I'm gonna hiss and gesture for everyone to go, and she's gonna go elves back into the tunnel.
We're deaf, we cannot hear you, but we can see you moving.
Yeah, no, she blah, 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 just out of...
Just like pushes
See mouse
everybody
moving.
back towards the...
Yeah. She's gonna start shoving
Me.
people towards the tunnel.
Let me just
Push, fluffy cow.
Hey, linguistics, I know what you're saying.
Oh yeah, reading lips. Go.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay.
She's nudging Sunset forward, and she has one of her javelins out and is keeping watch behind them.
Cool.
Bo is
Carl's
out.
watching behind them too.
As
so he
as
walks.
you wait in the tunnel,
I'm
you
gonna-
can you can't hear anything because well you're deaf. But
No, we're fucking
you
up
can
to
hear
the
the
end.
ringing of your ears. You know.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Sure. If you can see down towards the tunnel, Nara, like where you were before, look where you were standing before. You can see several of them move past there. You know, like towards the left hand side, just like down past like along the track.
Yeah.
They seem to be moving quickly. You know, like running or like fleet of foot, sort of. You know, responding. You know, to the various things that are happening. You also figure that they're probably coming up the other way as well to check the crystal itself. You know that there was a tunnel to your south when you were in the room with the crystal, and that it probably joins onto that same like line. So they're probably coming up like sort of this way.
Okay. After they pass, Nara will wait a second and nudge Sunset and try and motion for her to get the others here because she can't quite reach them.
Varel was watching
The
down the way,
Oryx
so.
like gently kicks.
Varel was watching.
Varel.
He's fine. He'll like turn and get Anya's attention and Deku's
Will do.
if he can get to it. But
I'll
Deku
pass
is looking-
the message forward.
Yeah, Deku's been looking down that hallway, bow drawn,
Yeah, that's
the
fine
whole
then.
time.
Just wave forward.
Which way you're looking, Phoenix?
This way.
That way sort of caved in. You want to be looking the other way.
Oh, then I'm looking this
This
way.
way.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
you're looking that way, you can see that a couple of the elves come into that room where like the crystal was,
Yep.
and they look at it and they look like horrified. You know.
That's a nope out of their situation.
Yeah.
But they haven't spotted you guys. They haven't been really paying attention. Yeah. So
Peeking out back into the tunnel, just poking my head out here.
just poking your head out, you can again you can see those sort of like blue lights, which have instead of moving towards you, have sort of like taken up position along the tunnel. In sort of like somebody who is a mage or whatever has sort of dancing lights directed them to like sit here, you know, like to light the place up. But you don't see anybody right now. Like maybe they're looking at the crystal shards right now or whatever, but you know that a couple of them ran by you to the left.
Okay. Deku is looking
Behind
like the
us.
opposite.
I'm looking behind us, yeah.
By the
bow drawn.
to the left, you can see that it seems to open out into what might be an exit, like in the side of a mountain or something.
Probably not the place we want to exit out of.
And to your right, you see that there is a large door.
What's behind door number 1, Alex?
Alright, Varel is looking my way. Okay, I'll gesture to you and then reach around and try and point to Deku and then to me, kind of like get Deku's attention.
Nod, turn, like step past Anya, or just get Anya to get Deku's attention. Just like tap her shoulder and point towards
Pat's
Nara.
like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat's going om nom nom, so
I pass the note on, just tap on her shoulder. I'm like, hey, this guy over here, this guy.
Alright,
I
I'm
want a
gonna
GM
look
roll
behind
this.
me, and then I'm gonna see that you want me to look that way, and I'm gonna go, you look behind us. I'll look that way now.
he'll just like
I'll
Wa-
look. I'll
like
look
walk.
straight over your shoulder and watch behind you. There.
Yeah.
I'm gonna motion to Deku, down the tunnel. She was looking and then hold up my fingers like different numbers. Kind of how many did you see?
How many did I see, Elf? Just a couple?
in the room with the crystal, there are probably like 4.
Nod. I gesture to my javelin and down the tunnel.
Meaning that you want to attack that way? Or you think
Like,
there's more that way?
questioningly. Should we go after them? And I'll motion 8 and then down where we were going. Or down
Roll
the left.
linguistics to see if you can read lips.
I'm gonna motion. Let's go the other way.
Okay, so poking out here. Where are you, Sunset? Thank you.
Let's go the way that there are
Keeping
people.
the eye out as much as possible.
Okay, so you're heading up this way?
Towards the door, I guess.
Cool. Hang on. Okay, as you... okay, yeah, keep going.
Keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. And let me just check. I'm gonna shapeshift so my claws are out just in case. Put that to 4. Okay.
My scimitar is still drawn.
I'm still looking behind us.
Okay, it is at this point that you need to roll initiative.
Okay.
Just because this tunnel here...
Let me check something.
From this tunnel here, an elf emerges and sees you like immediately. You know, like the like group is coming back down through here, and he's just like directly in front of you.
Just want to make sure I'm not
damn
doing
it.
this wrong. -4 on initiative checks.
Mine
because
just had
Deafened-
like the
Oh,
biggest.
-4 to initiative?
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Oh.
Deafened.
Right.
Oh, so
You're deaf, yeah.
11. I'd be 11 then.
Do you want me to re-roll or take the negative?
I was too busy shapeshifting to whip him with a javelin.
Roll d20 plus 1 then. 14. Alright, that's good. Yeah, my whole thing just like caught up, and you all just in a group spazzed this way.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Oh, there's just not a good token for this guy. Whatever, I'm gonna
Use it anyway.
Yay, arrows don't need magical components.
Okay, so,
I hate being deaf right now. It screws up all of my
yeah,
everything.
it sort of does, yeah.
Sucks to be you.
It
It
does.
sucks to be a spellcaster right now.
Well,
I'm fine.
It does. It sucks so much.
Your 3rd level feat should have been silent spell.
It should have been. But I couldn't. Like, even if I had it, I would have to. Like, if I was to cast, I would be casting at a spell slot higher, so I could only use 1st level spells.
But you can still cast.
I can still cast anyway. I just have a.
Well,
20%
you only have a
chance to fail.
20% chance.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's not that bad.
Yeah,
No,
it
no.
still sucks.
I need.
Thankfully,
my
these are elves,
choke-
so even though I have trash initiative, I will eventually start steamrolling them
my
if I don't
token.
die.
I mean,
you need
my
your
initiative.
what? Your initiative?
Yeah.
Oh, do I
To
not
be
have
on
you on the
the-
list? Sorry.
Yeah.
I added
Oh.
Sunset, but I didn't. Sunset's on Nara's turn anyway.
This would count as an underground rather than a cold terrain, correct?
Yes.
Okay, then no initiative bonus. Just wanted to make sure.
Being a
I mean,
bard.
it is
nobody
cold,
can
but it's primarily
It's
underground.
more-
You know
yeah.
what
It's
I mean?
cold underground. Double
I
bonus.
just wanted to make sure.
Cold underground. Woo! Okay, so is everybody on the list there?
Yeah.
I think so.
Good. Okay, so my elf is gonna go first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and draw a bow, which looks more like a like the branch of a tree, sort of twisted a little bit. There's still like sort of knotted bits on it and stuff, like poking out. Draws bow, ice arrow, at Nara, dead in the front there.
Alright, 20.
20. Okay, so it's that. Okay, so it hits you
Mhm.
for 6 damage.
Oh, wow. Hold on. I don't have 5 health. There we go.
Yeah,
I don't.
I hope you don't. I don't know where that came
it
from.
dropped. Like
I typed 5 instead of
Okay.
55.
I
and I'm like,
would have laughed if like Elf steps out of corridor, shoots one arrow, drops Nara, like it's
I would
dead.
have been a little sad.
I
So
would- Very
you
I put down
um,
50 less health than I have.
those of
Okay.
you who are familiar with these elves, by the way, Bear, for
Mhm.
instance, who has racial hatred towards them or whatever,
Yeah,
um,
fuck these guys.
would notice that their eyes are a different color than usual. Frost elves almost exclusively have blue eyes. Like, this is just like a thing that they do. and they seem to be like angry red, like crimson red. Like
Yeesh.
it's very different, and
Yeah.
you've never seen this before.
Chicago just had to break the crystal.
In all the tribes you've ever seen, in all the elven tribes you've ever seen, you've never seen
They're
this before.
so angry they're seeing red.
Why Shikong?
Anya, your turn.
I'm going to enter my dance as a move action.
It's a really good thing you don't have to play music because nobody can hear you.
I know. All I have to do is dance. Do, 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 do,
Of course, his
do.
dance doesn't help us in any way.
Nope. That was a move action. So I'll take a 5-foot step right here, and like as I'm dancing, kind of like motion like, "Hey man, come over here."
You're just doing
taunt,
one of those like I'll
taunt.
fight you, bitch.
1v1 me.
You're doing one of those like Morpheus like
Yeah,
things.
and I'll hold my attack action, my standard action. That if anybody comes towards me, that I just take a swing.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
This guy's turn. He's gonna do exactly that.
Nice swing. I should really.
It's like only Final Destination.
Okay.
1v1 me Ganondorf, bro.
Swing. Does that hit?
That does.
It's a shame it's not a keen scimitar.
Yeah, I know, right? I deal 16 damage. Max damage.
Nicely done.
Max
Rushing.
damage.
That's cool.
Okay. That brings this guy down to that. And Deku.
Alright, I'm just gonna do one shot
He's
with
not gonna
deadly
attack
aim.
me?
Oh,
I do-
well, yeah, he's actually his turn.
Whoa, where'd all the
Yeah.
cameras
Oh,
go?
the camera's all
Okay,
just
that wasn't just me.
Of course it's my.
Do you
and
want
on my
all of
turn.
us to refresh and you not to?
The thing is, I'll have to. So I'll have to kill the stream for like a second.
Oh, yeah?
Because I have to close the XSplit to give camera priority to roll 20. So
Oh.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta kill the stream for like 2 seconds while I reset this. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Hey Bear.
Mhm?
Can I use rapid shot